Kia Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. Hope you're all doing well. We've come back for some league games, and we're in a bit of a sorry state. So if we look at the schedule, look at the games we've played. So the last game I think we played, like it was a league game on the episode, was against Taha. So it was our second game of the season. We managed to squeeze a win in against the Eels, which was fairly, 3-2 makes it look closer than it actually was. We beat the Vahanga Vines in the Mutiny Trophy 5-0. It's a bit tougher against Manuel, but they were lucky to take us extra time, and then we finished them off to get to the next round of the Inter-Island Cup. Then we lost 3-1 against Moria in the league, and to be honest, we deserved to lose. Then we managed to get a win in the Mutiny Trophy against the Exiles, who are in the league or two below. So it was kind of expected, but we kind of laboured to that. That flattered us a little bit. And then we lost 2-1 to Tetaroa, the Reefers, our old enemies in the league. So actually, when we look at the league now, we're 7th after 5 games, 7 points. There's starting to be a bit of a gap. So we're 6 points behind Tetaroa in second. A little bit further behind the Eels, but they've played an extra game. So we can recover from this, but it's not been great. We've been playing a bit kind of lethargically. Something wrong with the squad, I think. And it might just be because everyone was tired from a lot of the international games that we had to play. We'll see how the squad kind of gets back into it. We're going to play Motu 1 now, and then potentially we'll go on to San Pedro or Manuel in the league, and we'll have some international games to play in between, which I'll do as a separate episode because that'll be the friendlies. But let's go straight into the Motu 1 match now. So Motu 1, do love a little bit. Do love Motu 1. Team's fairly straightforward. Lamb, Huck, Macasina and McIntyre. Beauvalet, Andre, Weaver and Waite. So McCormack's being rested. And then Yannin and Gerard up front. And bizarrely, there doesn't seem to be any kind of relationship. Oh, actually, let's bring on Pons for Waite. There doesn't seem to be any kind of relationship lines between them. Am I missing something? That's why. There we go. So I thought those two would at least be, friends. I wonder if it's because of the international job. That's why it's taking it off, because I've not got it on that screen. Yep, let's end this run of form. Centre back out on loan. He's doing alright for the Eruptors. Got quite a few players out on loan. The team's just not quite clicking. Things like that are being seen fairly often now. We just got slightly loose passes, not linking up as well as they would normally. Maybe we just needed a better pre-season. Maybe I was too lax on them. It's actually quite hard to set up pre-season friendlies because of the distances involved for a lot of the teams. So get it out. Go on, Beauvalet. That's not a great option. There were better choices that could be made there. I'm wondering if Beauvalet was a great choice, but at least he's cover. So I think next match, Moses Dallowin will come back because he's been injured now. He's not particularly fit. And Wells played a couple of games. He got a couple of goals against the Exiles in the Mutiny Trophy season option as well. Get it back in. I'll do that, yeah. It would have been a majestic solo strike if it come off, but it didn't, so it's a waste. Now they're attacking. Good save for Smith on his 100th appearance for the club. Well, league appearance. Oh, okay, fine. I was going to say that's a bit dodgy, but yeah, it's disallowed. Don't need to see that again, we know it's definitely off. See, we've not started well. It's not a huge issue at this point in the season. I would have thought... I kind of hope we would have been completely bossing it at this stage. Using the kind of dominance from last season to maybe carry on, but actually it's like we've reset a little bit. And Tetero seem to be doing as well. Ace Chance doing well. We're still at the stage where no one's retained the Premiership and no one's won it more than once. So if Tetero or Chance win it this season, they'd be the next new winners. But otherwise, us, the Eels, Bora Bora, Moria, we've all won it in the past. Tahiti, I think. Get it back in. So we need to, now we're title winners, we need to change our tactic. Maybe we need to be more, more like Man City and less like Burnley. Now that we've actually, what's that? That happened in that actually happened in the last match we played against the Exiles. The goal disallowed. Ahmed kind of flapped at it, but it got disallowed because he was pushed. Which is a bit weird. I've not seen it that often. We've had two in a row. Maybe I need to make a 4-4-2 that's just a bit more possession based then. Rather than long balls. Maybe if everyone's sitting back even deeper than they were before, there's a limit to how long ball's going to work. Actually, I think there might be some truth to that. Yeah, I might have to tweak this again. See how we do against Mo2-1, we'll see how we do in the next league match, but I have to come up with a plan B. Maybe, Hoofball's gone for us because we're one of the better sides in the league now. Teams like Mo2-1 will definitely be sitting back and being, oh, come on, seriously? Wasn't going anywhere. Just the yellow ref. Wasn't that bad. Yeah, there we go. If we do have to get rid of the long ball, it will be a little bit sad because I do love the long ball, but gotta survive, gotta adapt. I can't believe that. 2 disallowed goals. I can't believe we're not beating them. Had a couple of good seasons here and there, but nothing special. Straight into the wall. Missed whatever tackle that was, but fine. Keep going. Okay, I'll keep the faith with it just for a little bit longer. This match at least. Maybe between this match and next, I'll make the backup tactic so it's ready just in case. Oh, I guess I should have known this was coming considering we got that highlight before. Yeah, this is my own fault. I mean, it's definitely his fault, but it's on the yellow card and he lunged in. We'll stick with this for the moment. See how this goes. So I just had to pause because my phone was going off. Always professional. Oh, do something. It's going to be harder now we've got a player sent off. Okay, let's use this as a weird opportunity to... Let's pause that. So let's have Gerard as the poacher. Let's change this to a shorter, slower tempo. Some overlaps, pass into space. It's alright. Transition. It's alright. Out of possession. Might as well keep this on. The offside trap pushing up a bit. Let's see how this goes. It's been terrible, isn't it? Anyone we can. Actually, Andre's a bit tired. Spealing on. Well, Vele's not really done much, but he's got 6.9. He's felt a bit wasteful. And well, fresh legs there. Tetro beating Mayao 6-0. It's impressive. Chance are also winning. We can get a point from this, I'll be happy now. I've left the mentality on attacking, which is fine, I still want to attack. I don't want them to invite them on too much, because we still should be better than them. Sessions creeped up a little bit. Said that, starts going down. Yeah, maybe I should have changed some of the roles, but at least it's just kept it quiet. Shut them out as much as we shut ourselves out, I guess. Okay, so he survived that sending off, which was quite early on. Well, starts second half. Lucky. I'll have to shout Yannin for just lunging in like that. Keeps the 7th. A win would get us 6. Like it's going to take a while to creep up. Hopefully we've got a chance still of RCL qualification, otherwise it's going to be a short season for us. I know I said I'd probably leave if we don't get into the RCL, but it depends what we're doing in the other cups. But this would be the last season that was the case. But we'll come back for the next match, which a little while. I think I've got some international stuff first, so that'll be a separate episode probably. The international stuff's making it a little bit hard to do the recordings, to be honest, but we'll see how we get on with them too. I'll be back for the second half of this in a second. Okay, we're back, and I was wrong. There is an international match between now and then. It's after this. I just had to select my team, which is all done. I've messed about and made a little tactic up. I have to admit, I had a look around to see how other people on the forums, things like that, have got some of their sort of more passing 4-4-2s working, because it's not a natural thing for me. So I'll take you through it. I've called it Just Keep Swimming, because we're just going to keep swimming through, and I thought it's worth a try for a couple of reasons. First of all, playing against Morpea, and they are second from bottom, small teams. If any team's going to be sat back trying to soak up the pressure from us, it's going to be them. So I don't think our long ball is going to be as effective, so we might need something that might be still attacking, but plays it around a bit. Position-wise, we've got Poacher and pressing forward. I love the pressing forward role. Poacher role's kind of the next best role for most of my players. Yannin's suspended, so I'm going for O'Keefe and Gerard with Tamangro on the bench, and then if he comes on I can change these around and have a target man attack maybe instead of the Poacher for that one. Dallowing comes in from injury, so you've got wide midfielder rather than the winger. So pass it around and from deep, probably, rather than getting to the wings. Mazzala, which I've not used that often, but Spearling's a natural. Mazzala and Andre is okay. And then a central midfielder just some support, but with some tight tackling and hard tackling. So it's almost defensive, but still getting forward. So I'm not entirely sure about this because there's no defensive role in here, but he will be playing kind of defensively. And then try McIntyre and Lamb as wing-backs to see if I can maybe get some kind of weird overlap going on with them. McIntyre should be good at this. Lamb, I was convinced will be as good, but Sova and Burgess might be alright. And then Hook and Macancini are central defenders and sweeper keeper. In possession, we're wide but not too wide. We're going to pass into space. We're going to look for an overlap and play out. We're going to work the ball into the box. Go for mixed crosses. Yeah. We're not going to play for set pieces anymore. For some reason, this is still on slightly more direct. We'll leave it for the moment. Should we leave it? We'll leave it for the moment, see how they play, and we can always go back to shorter. I think I just didn't set this correctly. Yeah. Slightly lower tempo, but no time wasting. I'm going to run at the defence. I might take this off potentially. In transition to the full-back like we did before. No particular distribution, no particular kind of pace, but counter and counter press. Pushing up to maybe play an offside trap. Because I noticed that when we were sitting deep, if they beat our defenders, they were very close to goal and would score. Whereas now, at least, catch them offside if they do that. Still pressing quite hard, still preventing them. Marking tightly, getting stuck in as kind of normal. And we will see how this does. Probably badly. Tactics really are. It took me so long to get the long ball working that it's really irritating me that it might not be working anymore. But also, I thought if we're potentially leaving the club, we might as well use this as an opportunity to try out a few things and see what the team could be like. Okay, definitely still pressing. Yeah, it's partly inspired by what I've seen. Mine partly tweaked a little bit. Until I still kept the more direct passing means I'm not completely gone from the long ball just yet. Not much is going on. It's not bad. It's a move. Push him over. Go for it. Oh, don't get sent off. Well, we'll not find out how this tactic works then, will we? Waste of time. It didn't take him long to get 2 yellow cards and get sent off. 18 minutes into the game. It's just not our season so far. We've had worse seasons, to be honest, but not as reigning champions. So what else has gone on with the team then? So, my manager managed to get his national A license, or whichever one is just below continental. Cormick cocks it up massively. Now they're on the break. I'm just going to let this match play out. See if there's any kind of good response from the team. Shout at them at half time. Yes, I got my new coaching license and then immediately asked them for the next one, which they agreed to. So it's the Continental C, whichever the lowest Continental one is. So making use of that kind of takeover money to get some more qualifications. We've got better stats, attributes. Get rid of it. Just stop them. There we go. Jared's all on his own. He'll have no one helping him. See, without extra play, it's gone from being an attack on the counter that's then just been passed back into safety. Well, at least we're getting the other coaching badge, and that almost worked. Through, maybe that high line was too much. During the transfer kind of window as well, I think I mentioned before we were getting bids in from Mount T for Gerard, about 38.50. Then it kind of crept up to about 60,000. I took a screenshot of it because it finally got up to 120,000. And they'd also put in a bid for Lamb, our left back, that was worth about 68,000. So over £200,000 in terms of the deals and the add-ons they were willing to give us for two players. If we hadn't had the takeover, I think I probably would have had to take that. I think the board probably would have stepped in, to be honest. Oh, I was really nice to them automatically. I wasn't even thinking because I was talking. Just leave it for the moment. One goal we can come back from. It's unlikely with a man down. Yeah, so Mapty were just throwing this cash around. It's actually a bit bizarre because during the day, sometimes I've got several bids for Gerard and Lamb come in, and sometimes they'd be high, sometimes they'd be low, but they're all coming from Mapty. So there's the 120,000 bid, but then once I rejected that, they went down to 90. Then they tried to 60 again, then they went back to 110. It was weird. It's like they couldn't work out how I was negotiating. Go on, Gerard. Oh, scoops it in. That's all we want. The old long ball magic. So I guess that direct passing still kind of works. I do have the central defenders. They're not no nonsense anymore. I have got them this weird kind of they hold position. One of the instructions is also to take risks with their passing. So I think maybe they'll play through balls a bit like. I think they'll play more intentional through balls, is probably what they'll play, rather than the kind of hoofs that then happen to be picked up by our kind of strikers. So maybe it'll be more purposeful when they do play them. Right, we've got cards. Let's put on Weaver. Put up Paul Manuel for Moses. Just mainly because the yellow card and his slightly poorer fitness. Go on, send him off, ref. Send off one of mine. There we go. Now we'll creep in and win. That was never going to be a good highlight, was it? Oh, saved it. Come on, referee. I mean, I can't really judge this slightly newer tactic based on this match. Lay down isn't the best way to kind of judge a tactic. Are you going to send him off as well? Yeah, probably. So Wake came on to replace Pons, who's now been. I have nothing I can do about this. There we go. That'll work, won't it? Perfect. I say symmetric tactic. I should really change from attacking to something else, but they're a man down as well. Passing it around, that was a good little move. Worked away up the pitch. What's that? I need to see that pass again. Oh, it's offside. Is that a... Okay, I thought it was some kind of Rabona then or something like that. Yeah, he's offside, but the move itself was generally pretty good. It was just poor movement at the end. Go, come on. I'll do that. Oh, it was such a bad ball we don't even get to see it go in. In a dangerous position, attacking the goal, but it's so bad we'd have to see it. Of course it's theirs. Mistake and it's theirs. Well, it's been an interesting match, I guess. There's been plenty going on. I mean, mainly terrible things for us, but stuff going on. That ball was almost there. Oh. Is that the winning goal? Yeah, probably. 10 men against 9. 5 minutes ago, yeah, probably the winning goal. This is a bit painful. Maybe I won't need to worry about leaving the club. I might just get sacked at this rate. 3 reds, 3 goals, spread across the teams. I mean, we won the red cards. Beat them 2-1 for red cards. Like I said, I can't really judge this tactic based on this red card, but unless this tactic is the why we got so many red cards. He isn't more violent than any of my other tactics. Let's see. Wasn't to be. Just keep the morale up because things are going badly. We can still get back up to 6th with our... Oh no, they've got a game in hand on us. Okay, there we go. We've got a couple of international matches, I think. I probably won't come back for the Inter-Island Cup. We'll save it for the semi-finals and the finals. If we get to that stage, might come back for the Sky Brights and Chance, depending on how things go. But thanks for watching, even though we are in a position of particularly bad form with no ideas of how to get out of it. But we'll see. We can turn it around. We've had worse form, we definitely have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.